Please subscribe to my channel Think Deep and hit the bell icon for more updates. Hi friends, this is Deep Basu and welcome to my channel Think Deep, and I'm back again and I'm going to review a new film, Mrs. Serial Killer. And frankly speaking, I didn't know much about this film. I think on 14 April, Jacqueline Fernandez had posted a teaser trailer of this film, a promotional video. That's how I got to know that this movie has my favorite actor, Manoj Bajpai. It's been directed by Shirish Kundar and produced by Farah Khan. It's a murder mystery film, and by the way, a Netflix original film. So I finally watched it, so I'll just give my analysis and share the storyline in a nutshell. So the movie begins introducing us to Mr. and Mrs. Mukherjee. Mr. Mrityunjay Mukherjee, played brilliantly by Manoj Bajpai. He's a very busy gynecologist and very often travels. So both of them are talking on a video call, and Jacqueline plays Sona Mukherjee, his wife. So Jacqueline, Sona, informs him that she's pregnant, and they have a nice mushy conversation. Right after the video call, we are introduced to Inspector Imran Shah, who happens to be Sona Mukherjee's ex-boyfriend. So he storms in, he barges in the house and is looking for evidence to book Mr. Mukherjee for a serial killing case. So simultaneously, we get to know that 7 girls, single pregnant girls, have been murdered. Inspector Imran Shah is quite hell-bent in putting Mr. Mukherjee, Joy Mukherjee, behind bars. And he is very sure that Joy Mukherjee is behind all these serial killings. So Sona Mukherjee is kind of in a fix. She doesn't believe that her husband is a serial killer. So next sequence, we get to know that Joy Mukherjee, on his way home, is arrested. All the bodies were found in his compound. His fingerprints matched and all the evidence were against him. So on his way back home, Mr. Joy Mukherjee is arrested and put behind bars. So now Sona Mukherjee is in a fix. She's all worked up. Now she goes and meets Joy Mukherjee in the jail, and Joy Mukherjee informs her to go and meet Mr. Rastogi. Rastogi happens to be their family lawyer, quite a big shot lawyer. And he tries his best, his level best and his tactics, but everything unfortunately goes in vain. So now Mr. Rastogi has a plan. He very clearly tells, very subtly in fact, tells Mrs. Mukherjee, Jacqueline, that the only way she can prove her husband innocent is by doing something illegal. If she can find someone who can commit the same murder, a copycat serial murder, then only she can prove that there's another serial killer. So on hearing this, Jacqueline is quite worked up. She doesn't quite agree to it because she's a decent human being. She's not a psychotic killer. But later she realizes that this is the only way she can prove her husband innocent. So she becomes a serial killer, and now what happens, you need to watch the movie to find out whether she manages to prove her husband innocent, whether she gets tangled into another serial killing case. So you need to watch it. If you want to watch it, you need to watch to find out. I won't give out spoilers. Well, now talking about the technical aspects of the film, though the movie's one-liner is quite interesting, but the overall movie is not a very interesting film. It's quite a bore. It's quite a half-baked script. Though the duration is only 1 hour 40 minutes, you're really going to yawn that entire 1 hour 40 minutes. I really feel Mr. Shirish Kundar should take his criticisms very seriously. Right from the first frame to the last frame, everything is very half-baked. The characters are half-baked, not well etched out. The dialogues are silly. The camera angle, though two very reputed DOPs, cinematographers are involved in the film, but somehow I felt the camera angle somewhat did not suit the film. The art direction also somewhat, I was not very convinced with the art direction. Everything looked very over the top. The movie overall lacked realism, right from the sets, right from the background score, right from the characters. So even there are various movies based on serial killers and murder mystery, which is quite real. If you watch David Fincher's Seven, if you watch Zodiac, it's quite real. But this movie somehow I couldn't connect because it lacked realism. Right from the art direction, the sets, everything looked so over the top, very outlandish. The background score was somewhat not suiting, and the performances, I think Jacqueline did not quite suit this character. I am not very sure how did she land up such a role, but somewhat Jacqueline's accent, her performance was not very convincing. And other actors like Mohit Rana somewhat did a decent job. And Manoj Bajpai, of course, you give him any character, any movie, he always shines. So if you are a big fan of Manoj Bajpai, you can watch this film, but somewhat I feel I should not recommend this film. I usually give my recommendation, but I strongly don't recommend this film. It's going to be a 1 hour 40 minutes waste time. Like, I was not even convinced by the twists and turns, how characters came in, came out, the relationships, the dialogues. Overall, this entire product did not convince me, though industry's best people were involved in this film. The big question is, I wonder, how do Netflix greenlit such projects? If you've seen all the independent Hindi Bollywood projects on Netflix, none of them were impressive. I really want to know the person who greenlit such projects. They don't go through the scripts. They don't watch such films properly. Because such me, Netflix, I think on the indie side, the Bollywood side, Netflix is faltering. If you see last release Ghost Stories, they are faltering. And I wonder why. Who is greenlighting such projects? Mrs. Serial Killer was quite below average, trust me. I'm sure there are various other serial killer films who are quite interesting. This lacked depth. It lacked the intriguing factor. It lacked all the ingredients which makes a good film, a murder mystery film. Anyway, I don't recommend this film, Mrs. Serial Killer. You can watch it at your risk, and if you like Manoj Bajpai, you can give it a try. But I don't recommend this film, and that's how I sign off. And anything else I'm missing? Well, as I said, the background score also. There was no song in the film. There was a very nice, I won't say a soothing, very different kind of background score, which somewhat did not match the film. I think the song background score has been done by Mr. Kundar himself. He's an editor, he's a director, he's a music composer of the film. So somewhat I think overall nothing was in sync with the storyline, or the story was not in sync with the technicalities. So guys, I sign off. This is Deep Basu. You can get in touch with me on Twitter, DeepBasu1, Instagram, Deep Basu, and my channel is Think Deep Basu. Please get in touch with me, share a review. And if you happen to watch this film, do tell me your review, share your feedback, and tell me anything I missed out. And please subscribe to my channel. I need more subscribers. Okay guys, sign off. Happy quarantine.